Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Joe Sullivan. With Joseph, 11 games down, 5 to go. The New England Patriots are 8-3 with 5 games that are eminently winnable left on the schedule. My question is, are we going to get enough of a read on them through those 5 games, even if they wind up 13-3, to have any firm sense of will they be a better playoff team in 2012 than they have been the last 2 years?
Well, a great question, and I'm going to turn to Greg Bedard, our fabulous football writer,
who you hired,
who says these are empty victories, and I think he makes a good point. Now, you know, the NFL is supposed to be on any given Sunday, and that still is true to a certain extent. But let's face it, they really should beat all these opponents pretty soundly, and we're not going to get a gauge on how much they've improved because of the quality opposition.
Well, the thing is specifically that they won't have offensive pressure put on their defense to the extent that would know whether or not they're ready to play playoff kind of defense. Okay.
Correct.
Now, the one thing that's going to be interesting in terms of flipping that around for a minute, at Denver, forget Tebow for a second. Yes, I said that. Forget Tebow for a second. The real story with Denver has been the fact that their defense has really been strong for the last several weeks. The last 3 games, 10 points, 13, and 13 allowed. So that's going to be interesting to me to see how they come back, that defense. Von Miller, etc. Those guys are Dummerville. Those guys are good. That's a legitimate defense. That's a game that does have great interest. Because, all right, now, and Tebow too. That's a day we're all going to look forward to.
Yeah, and I think that it's really kind of silly how the Broncos defense is being overlooked here in the Tebow phenomenon.
That's the only way you can win 16-13. It's the 13. Remember that.
And it will be a great challenge for the Patriots offense. And you know what? They need it. They need something like that. That'll be good. So you make a great point, Bob. We might find out more there. And I know you said the defense is the problem, but in fact, when they lost to the Jets last year, it was the offense that really failed to produce because Rex Ryan had the formula to beat them. And
he did.
So there's questions on both sides of the ball heading into the playoffs.
There are. Well,
we don't know.
Well, Rex Ryan specifically, he may or may not have to play against him. Certainly the Patriots didn't look like they had any trouble solving him the last time they played him, so maybe they learned something. But I think the fact is, I mean, this is such a consensus opinion. I mean, obviously, that even if they go 13-3, we're going to win with a little bit of trepidation in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Those questions aren't going to be answered by this opposition. I'll just remind who it is. Indianapolis, say no more. At Denver, at Washington, Rex Grossman, ooh, Miami, Matt Moore better than you think, but still. And then Buffalo on the last day of the season hopelessly gone, all the glory days of September, dim and distant memories, ready to go home. I mean, the over-under's got to be 37 in that game. I'm telling you, the Patriots are going to demolish Buffalo that last day of the season. And then 2 weeks later, after they will get a bye, we're going to go, okay, how good are these guys really? But that's where we are.